Commander ZYXTAL's four eyes darted between the holographic displays surrounding her command pod. The sleek curves of the Serenity's Dawn trembled as another plasma bolt struck their failing shields. Behind her, Navigation Officer Chu Then's tentacles worked frantically across his console, his bioluminescent patches flickering in distress patterns. "Hull breach on Deck 7, called out Engineer Voss, her crystalline voice cracking with strain. "Life support systems failing in sections 12 through 18. ZYXTAL's mind raced through their dwindling options. The Krexian raiders had ambushed their research vessel 3 solar cycles ago, pursuing them through the outer rim with relentless hunger. The peaceful Altarian collective had no warships in this sector. Their philosophy of harmony and scientific pursuit had never prepared them for such brutal aggression. "Send out a general distress signal," ZYXTAL commanded, her voice steady despite the terror coursing through her translucent veins. "All frequencies, all languages in our database." Chu Then's tentacles paused. "Commander, we're in uncharted space. The probability of rescue." "Do it." The transmission burst outward at faster than light speeds, carrying their plea across the cosmic void. Behind them, the Krexian vessels closed in like metal vultures, their weapon arrays charging for the killing blow. 3 parsecs away, Captain Sarah Chen was reviewing mining reports in her ready room aboard the Terran Defiance when the communication array lit up with urgent signals. Her coffee, black, bitter, and strong enough to dissolve hull plating, grew cold as she listened to the automated translation. "Unknown vessels, this is research ship Serenity's Dawn of the Altarian Collective. We are under attack by hostile forces. Our shields are failing. We carry no weapons. Please, if anyone receives this transmission, we have 37 souls aboard, including younglings. We need immediate assistance." Chen's jaw tightened. She'd spent 15 years fighting pirates, slavers, and worse in the galaxy's lawless regions. The desperation in that alien voice, even filtered through translation matrices, struck something primal in her human heart. "Bridge, this is the captain. Set course for these coordinates, maximum burn. Signal the fleet, we have a rescue operation." Lieutenant Commander Torres looked up from his tactical station. "Ma'am, we don't know anything about these Altarians. Could be a trap." Chen's dark eyes flashed. 37 souls, Torres. Including children. That's all I need to know. The Terran Defiance was no ordinary vessel. Built in the orbital shipyards above war-torn Earth, she was 3 kilometers of armored fury, bristling with railguns, missile batteries, and experimental plasma weaponry. Behind her came her sister ships, the Indomitable, the Relentless, and the Unconquered. The human fleet moved through hyperspace like a pack of hungry wolves. Aboard the Serenity's Dawn, ZYXTAL watched their last shield generator overload in a shower of sparks. The Krexian flagship, a massive wedge of scarred metal and jutting weapon emplacements, moved in for the final strike. "Commander," Chu then whispered, his voice barely audible over the alarms. "Long-range sensors are detecting hyperspace signatures. Multiple contacts, approaching fast." ZYXTAL's heart sank. More raiders, come to claim their share of the spoils. She closed her primary eyes and began the traditional Altarian death song, her crew joining their voices in harmonious farewell. The first human ship dropped out of hyperspace like a falling hammer. The Terran Defiance emerged in a blaze of Cherenkov radiation, her weapons already locked onto the Krexian vessels. Behind her, 3 more ships materialized, their angular hulls scarred by countless battles. These weren't the elegant curves of Altarian engineering or even the brutal functionality of Krexian raiders. These ships looked like they were designed by creatures who understood war at a fundamental level. "Unknown vessels," Captain Chen's voice crackled across all frequencies, the translation protocols carrying an undertone of barely controlled violence. "You are attacking a ship that has requested aid. Stand down immediately or face the consequences." The Krexian commander, Warlord Thekmor, laughed, a sound like grinding metal. His species had raided this sector for generations. No one challenged the Krexian Brotherhood. "Foolish aliens," he growled back. "This is our prize. Flee now, or join them in death." Chen's response was immediate and devastating. The Terran Defiance opened fire with every weapon in her arsenal. Railgun slugs moving at significant fractions of lightspeed punched through Krexian shields like paper. Missile volleys followed, each warhead containing enough destructive force to level a city. The human fleet moved with predatory coordination, their ships dancing between enemy fire with impossible grace. ZYX-Tal watched in stunned silence as the Krexian flagship, a vessel that had terrorized the Outer Rim for decades, crumpled under the human assault. The raiders' return fire barely scratched the strange ship's armor. These newcomers fought like beings born for war, their tactics brutal and efficient. Within minutes, it was over. The surviving Krexian vessels fled into hyperspace, their warlord's flagship nothing but expanding debris. Serenity's Dawn, this is Captain Chen of the Terran vessel Defiance. Are you in need of assistance? ZYX-Tal found her voice, though it trembled with shock. Yes, how did you respond so quickly? Our distress call was sent only moments ago. We were in the neighborhood, Chen replied with characteristic human understatement. Permission to come aboard? We have medical supplies and engineers who can help with your repairs. An hour later, ZYX-Tal stood in her repaired bridge, staring at the human captain through the transparent aluminum of the docking port. Sarah Chen was smaller than most Altarians, her frame compact and seemingly fragile. But her eyes held depths that spoke of worlds where survival was never guaranteed. Your people, ZYX-Tal said carefully, you are warriors. Chen shook her head. We're explorers, scientists, miners, just like you. But we come from a world that taught us hard lessons about protecting those who can't protect themselves. The galaxy will want to know about humanity, ZYX-Tal observed. A species that responds to distress calls with such decisive action. They'll learn, Chen said simply. The universe just got a little smaller for pirates and slavers. Word will spread that Earth has joined the galactic community. As the human fleet prepared to depart, ZYX-Tal composed her report to the Altarian High Council. How could she explain that their rescuers came from a world so violent that war was their natural language, yet so compassionate that they crossed parsecs to save strangers? She settled on a simple truth: we have encountered the humans. They are exactly what the galaxy needs. The Terran Defiance and her sisters vanished into hyperspace, leaving behind only gratitude and the promise that no distress call in their sector would go unanswered. In the depths of space, word began to spread about the Deathworlders and their terrifying gift for peace through superior firepower. The galaxy would never be the same.